Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this very tutorial I want to share with you guys how to sew your pants together. So in my previous video or video before this one, I have a detailed tutorial on how to fix the zipper fly and also how to sew in your side pocket, your trouser side pocket. I also have a detailed tutorial on how to draft a trouser pattern in this channel, so you can go check them out. So what you're going to be needing for this tutorial is your pattern, and then you're going to cut it out on fabric and add up your stitching allowance. So here I used half an inch for my stitching allowance. I went ahead to add it all around. I also went ahead to cut out my pocket facing and then my pocket bag, so you can see them right here already. So what you are going to do next, in fact the first thing you should do before sewing your trousers together, is to go ahead and weave the rough edges aside from the waist and then the hem, okay? Because you're going to join waistband to the waist, and the hem you're going to turn it inward. Once you're done weaving the rough edges, what you're going to do is to take in your darts. So for the darts, you're going to, from the waist, go down by half an inch. So this half an inch is allowance to join your band and your trouser together. And for the front dart, I'm going to be making use of 4 inches. So from the half an inch, you're going to go down to 4 inches, and then we move over to the back. Now on the back again, you're going to fold in your notch. So this is my notches that I'm trying to align together. And from the waist again, go down by half an inch, and then from this half an inch, take your tape down to 6 inches, okay? So this 6 inches and 4 inches for the front is going to be how long you want your darts, and then the half an inch that you folded in is going to be the width of the darts. So now you're going to go over to your sewing machine and stitch this down, okay? So from the waist, stitch it down to the length of the darts. Do this for both the front and the back. Now you're going to go ahead and take in your darts, okay, for the front and the back, and go over to your ironing table and give this a good press. Then you're going to work on our side pocket for the front. So this is my front trouser piece. Bring in the two piece and place it right side facing each other. Now after we place it, you're going to bring in your pocket facing and your pocket bag. So what you're going to do next is to place the right side of your pocket facing on top the wrong part of the trouser piece, and then you're going to have to cut out the shape of the pocket opening, just as you can see me doing. And once you're done cutting this out, you're going to arrange them in place using your pins to hold it down the way you're going to stitch on your sewing machine. Now what you're going to do is to match it up with the one that is supposed to go to the left and the one that is supposed to go to the right. And then use your pin to secure this down. And then head over to my sewing machine and I will stitch using half an inch all around that pocket opening area. So you can see the way I'm joining this, but if you don't understand this, you're going to have to watch the full video on how to create these pockets on my channel. Okay, so after I was done stitching with 1/2 inch, I went ahead to top stitch, and next is for me to join the pocket bag into this. Okay, so for the pocket bag, you're going to have to place the wrong part of it on the wrong part of the facing, and then you're going to use 1/2 inch again to sew all around it, and then notch it and turn over to the right side. So after we are done sewing this, you're going to have to top stitch on the waist. Okay, so top stitch the pockets on the waist of the trouser, and then also secure the side of the pocket. Now this is the pocket. The next step is for us to go over and do the same thing to the other part of the trouser, that is the front trouser, because we are supposed to have two pockets in front. Okay, so after we were done, this is what we have. So the next step you're going to take is to bring in the back piece, and you're going to join it to the front piece. What I'm going to do is to bring one part of the back left piece and then join to the left front piece. Okay, I hope you guys understand. So I'm going to do this for the two parts. So the left part of the front is going to the left part of the back, and then the right part of the front is going to the right part of the back. So you can see I'm joining the side seam using 1/2 inch. So you guys, one thing with this trouser pattern is once you join with your seam allowance, you don't have any business with shaping your trouser, because it's going to come out perfectly fitted. Okay, so now I'm going to join the other side. And once you're done, you're going to go ahead and open up your seams. So after you open up your seams, this is what it should look like. Okay, so now what I have here on top the table is one part of the front and one part of the back joined together. Okay, so we're going to have to cut out our band. Now my band is going to be 1.5 inches, and I'm going to add 1/2 inch for stitching allowance. Now this is the way I'm going to cut out my band. Go ahead and measure your waist circumference divided by 4, and then plus your sewing allowance. And I also went ahead to cut out two separate bands for each of the piece. Okay, because I want to have my zip right on the front. But if you want your zip to go to the side, you're going to have to join your trousers together first before cutting out your band. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to place my band, the right part of my band, on the wrong part of each of the piece, and then use my pins to secure it down, and then move over to my sewing machine and sew using 1/2 inch. And I love to turn my band right from the wrong part, so I could see whatever I'm sewing at the front. So after I stitched this using half an inch, I went ahead to top notch and then go over again and top stitch. So I will do this for both the piece, and after we were done, this is what it should look like. So you can see I have this for the two parts. So what we are going to do next is to shape our trouser. So now go ahead and place the right part of the piece facing each other, and the first thing you should do is to mark out half an inch for your stitching. Now for the front, I'm going to take in with half an inch, but on getting to the crotch depth, that is that part that falls in between the lap, okay, I'm going to use 1 inch. This is to avoid any form of gaping right on that part. I hope you guys understood. And then for the back, I'm going to make use of half an inch to stitch my front crotch. So I'm going to mark out this half an inch all the way from the crotch depth to the waist, and then I'll go over to my sewing machine and stitch this down. But now for the front, I'm going to use a loose stitch, but for the back, I'm going to make use of a tie stitch. This is because I want to have my zip fixed on the front, because I'm going to still losing the stitches and then fixing my zip. Now I'm going to go ahead and sew in my inseams using half an inch also, and then hem my down parts. You're going to hem using 2 inches, so you're going to take in 1 inch first and then 1 inch the second time. So this is the final look of our trouser. If this video was helpful, please do make sure to give it a thumbs up, share this video to get more people to view it. I will see you in my next one. Bye.